Hello and welcome back to the MG Cup Series here on MECSN. We are at Pocono. Well, it's not a super speedway, but it is a super speedway. A track bigger than 2 miles, that makes it a super speedway. It's not called super speedway though. Anyways, get past all the unimportant stuff. We're here at Pocono getting ready for our first, or are we racing here twice this season? I really don't remember the schedule, but yeah. Kevin Harvick is your pole sitter with Tony Stewart starting on his outside, Jeff Gordon in third with Greg Biffle back there, and rounding out your top five is the 8 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Things are going to get crazy here today. This is the first of two plus mile racetracks, and these are two races that are expected to be really chaotic here: Pocono and Indianapolis. So heading through the tunnel turn, as you see, that's usually where a lot of the trouble happens, because they are all over the place. Coming out of turn 1 and then heading down into turn 2 is so tight down through there. It's a turn based off of Indianapolis, so of course that's not going to end too well. Heading down into turn 3, a turn based off of the Milwaukee Mile. Once again, it's kind of tight down here. All three of the corners are tight, and then the front stretch is really wide. These guys like to fan out, so hopefully we don't go 18 wide heading down into turn 1, but the pace car makes the hard left turn on the pit road. Kevin Harvick, your pole sitter, brings him to the green flag, and we're racing here at Pocono. And trouble already. Casey Kane gets spun upside down. It's the 9 of Casey Kane. Lands on top of Chris Mack. A huge crash right off the start, and the caution immediately comes out. Racing back around to the yellow flag here, Kevin Harvick, your race leader, and already about half the field seems to be destroyed. Tony Stewart to the inside of Harvick. Now here comes Jeff Gordon on the race back. One car bounced off the outside wall. Multiple cars going to bounce off the wall towards the back there. Tony Stewart still holding on to the lead here. Gordon trying to mount a run through turn 3. And out of turn 3, down the front stretch, Jeff Gordon with a run, not going to get there. Tony Stewart leads the race to the yellow flag, and a huge crash brings out the caution early here at Pocono. Let's go back and take a look. Right off the start, really, is when this happened. And the 9, Casey Kane, had some sort of an issue on the start, could not get the car to go, and he went for a wild ride here. I mean, man, that was a crazy accident. You see, he gets toppled over, and then a wild ride. This is his 3rd time this season getting upside down. He's had horrible luck this season. But yeah, something wrong with the car. You see, he's on the gas. It's just not going anywhere. Pulls out of line in the middle. Drivers are splitting them left and right. Nowhere for Mark Martin to go. And then in slow motion, you see the 5 of Jerry Nadeau also has nowhere to go as well. But right into that 9 machine as he got clipped by Ricky Craven. A few other cars got damaged there. Chris Mack nowhere to go. The 9 tumbles. Does a little, I don't even know what that was, some gymnastics in the air. Comes down right on the hood of Chris Mack, and we're going to go on board with that 86 machine, and that 5 machine, and the 6 machine for that matter, and see what these guys saw in all of this. On board with Mark Martin first. It's a wild thing to see in your mirror, I'll tell you that. On board with the 5 of Jerry Nadeau. Oh, big impacts right in front of him there, and then, oh man, wow. Chaos here on the start. On board with the 86 of Chris Mack now. Let's see what he saw in this. Oh, nowhere to go. They just started stacking up, and then, man, the 9 goes flipping wildly and lands right on his hood. Let's take another look at it from Casey Kane's vantage. Yeah, that car not going anywhere. And then, oh man, it's hit by almost every car in the field. It seemed like. Look at him barrel rolling wildly there, and down on top of the hood of the '86 machine. I've never seen anything quite like this here in the MG Cup Series. We had our start and restart shenanigans at the Daytona Road Course this season, but man, this doesn't even compare. You see Michael Waltrip getting a piece of it. Further back, these guys are checking up, and they start stacking up, running into the back of Kurt Busch. Then Brendan Gaughan gets hit, then 43 gets hit. They're all checking up, running over each other. The 60 of Jason Leffler got some damage in that. The 72 was involved. I saw the 62 duck down to the inside and avoided that, so great job on his part there. The 70 of Larry Foyt gets through in his first start. Brad Teague has some damage. Christian Fittipaldi, I believe, might have made it through. Fittipaldi had a wild ride here last season. Oh, and then wrecking further down into turn one, driving away from it. A couple cars coming out of the grass and nowhere for them to go. 43 destroyed. Heavy front end damage to Jeff Green. Top O'Dine. AJ Henriksen. Ricky Craven. Look at Andy Belmont in the 59. Gets through pretty cleanly here in his first start. And, wow. Just chaos here before we really even got started. So, yellow flag is out. We're going to try this again here. And I'm going to be right back. So we'll do a quick crank it up. Okay, we are back with the commentary here from Pocono. Did I miss anything? No, I didn't. Okay. Let me get back to the right spot. Tony Stewart is your leader still. They're going 3 wide back here. Almost went 3 wide for second. Jimmy Johnson backed out of it, thought better of it. Now going to push Jamie McMurray past, and now go to McMurray's inside here. Got a couple cars with damage running towards the back. So this tells me we might have lap traffic shenanigans later on in this race. Look at this, feel the single file, everybody trying to use the draft here. Looking at the battle for the lead. Jamie McMurray closing in on Tony Stewart. But look at Jimmy Johnson coming to his inside. Off a turn, or out of turn 1. And Johnson has a pretty big run. He might try to take that momentum and get underneath Tony Stewart here heading into the tunnel turn. McMurray side drafts, brings him back. But Jimmy clears him heading through the tunnel turn, and now down into turn 3 here. Can't quite get to Stewart, but he is on it here. And unfortunately, this is that time we have to take a really quick break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Pocono. After we've had an incident bringing out the caution, we're going to go back and show you what happened. I believe it involves the 86 of Chris Mack getting in a wreck. Oh man, look at the 70 of Larry Foyt, absolutely destroyed. And this wreck happened on the front straightaway here. So watch the top right of your screen. Oh, contact down the racetrack with the 86, back across the track, huge hit. Look at the, oh my gosh, all 4 wheels off the ground as he got nailed in the door there. Luckily it was alright. Everybody let the window nets down, got out under their own power. The MG Cup Series officials, whatever, they never stopped trying to figure out how to make these cars safer. And you can see their efforts coming in. Looks like he tried the side draft, and oh boy, this is gonna be, oh man, this got leveled, all 4 wheels off the ground. Car went way up into the air, but came down on all 4s, thank goodness. That was a hard hit. watch it one more time here. Chris Mack trying to side draft that 59 and just misjudges it just by a bit. Overcorrects, trying to keep it off the inside wall. At this point, he's on the brakes, but the car has so much momentum heading back to the right. It does absolutely nothing for him, and my goodness, that is a hit. Look at that. All four wheels off the ground of that 86 car. Way up into the air. And then Larry Foyt had nowhere to go. That was a hard wreck in the back. I was not expecting that. These guys were almost 20 seconds behind the leader. And that happened. So that's right out the yellow here. Chris Mack's day is done. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Pocono. We're getting ready to go green once again. And looks like we got a couple of lap cars on the bottom as well. Top O'Dine, Michael Waltrip are lining up on the inside here. And the green flag is out. We're racing once again. Tony Stewart pulls out ahead on the restart. Looking at Jimmy Johnson charging hard, trying to get by that 20 machine. But Tony Stewart, this seems way too fast here today. As Jimmy's still trying to get by him. Further back, Kevin Harvick out of line, couldn't make anything of it. Couple cars bouncing off the outside wall back there. They're keeping it straight for now. Jimmy doing everything he can to run down that 20 machine. But still just not quite getting there. Dale Jr. running back there in third. Got past Jamie McMurray, and now McMurray looking back to the inside of Junebug here to turn one. Look at Ricky Rudd to the inside of Rusty Wallace here. Rusty holds them off on the high side. Brian Vickers gets by Joe Nemechek for position. Nemechek has quite a bit of damage on that 01 car, but still trying to Gain a few spots. Jimmy Johnson has gotten past Tony Stewart, but Stewart looking back to the inside. We have 40 laps to go, so we still have quite a bit of ways to go here in this race. Due to the the ratings not being equal like they were last season, the stronger cars are going to stay out ahead of the cars that aren't really as strong, which means the draft is going to play a really big factor. Tony Stewart back to the inside of Jimmy Johnson, but these two being side by side is going to kill their momentum. Here comes Jamie McMurray with a big run down the back straightaway. As these two stall out, nearly made contact off of turn 2, and McMurray gets back to the inside of Jimmy. Stewart gets back to the lead, and McMurray back up to P2. Or is he? Jimmy holding his own on the high side, and he's going to try to contend with that 42 machine. And he's going to hold him off and clear for second place. Jamie McMurray now going to have to squeeze in front of that 8 machine. He can't quite get up there. Dale Jr. on his high side slid up a little too wide. And now things are starting to pick up. Drivers were just riding around for a little bit, but now starting to get after it here. Jeff Gordon to the inside of Dale Earnhardt Jr. heading down into the tunnel turn. They back out of it. Tony Stewart trying to drive away from the field. Jeff Gordon on the high side of Elliott Sadler here. This race hasn't really been too chaotic. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Pocono. The field starting to really bunch up a little bit here as the top 5 are under a blanket. Look at who's in 5th place. That's the 19 of Jeremy Mayfield, who's been kind of quiet here today, but he's been running very strong up inside the top 10. Now is in 5th place, looking at possibly joining this battle for the lead as Jamie McMurray heads to the inside of Tony Stewart down into the tunnel turn. Jimmy Johnson slides wide off of 2. We got a lap car coming up as well. This might shake things up a little bit here as Tony Stewart comes right up on him in the middle of 3 and 4 here. He's got nowhere to go. He's going to have to pull to the inside as soon as he possibly can. Here comes Jamie McMurray with a big run. Stewart got held up by Mike Bliss in the 80. A slow car with heavy damage. Now Jimmy Johnson's got nowhere to go. Bliss gets forced to the middle. Kenza tries to get all the way up to the high side. And now McMurray gets forced wide. Here comes Jeff Gordon, who is inside. Jeremy Mayfield behind the 19. And the 38 of Elliott Sadler's in the top 5 now. I knew the lap car would shake things up big time here, as now Jeff Gordon is possibly looking at winning here today. Oh, car in the wall in the back. It's the 80. Keeping it straight for now. We're fine. 44 of Christian Fittipaldi on the outside here. Heavy damage. He's letting these guys by pretty easily. I'm not sure why he's going down the racetrack now, but okay then. That's probably going to result in bumper locking. No, he gets staying right in the middle. Not sure what he's doing. He's going from lane to lane. But these guys working their way past them pretty smoothly here. Where's Greg Biffle gonna go? Oh, Dale Jr. gets turned on the backstretch. Big crash involving Oh, and a huge hit for Dale Jarrett as they're sliding all the way down into turn 3. And the caution comes out again. Johnny Sauter is destroyed. Jimmy Johnson has some right side damage. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was the first car I saw spinning as the yellow flag came out. And it looks like it happened right as green flag pit stops were about to happen. So Jeff Gordon, Jeremy Mayfield, and Jamie McMurray might get penalized here for pitting when the pits are closed. And we're going to take a look at what just went down. Coming out of turn 2, yep, this is that trouble spot that I mentioned earlier. It's just so narrow right here. They ran out of room. And into the wall went both of them, Dale Jr. and Jimmy Johnson. And then here comes the 30 of Jeff Green with nowhere to go. And then watch, Dale Jarrett, through the smoke and just hit that 30. If he would have pulled to the right just a little bit, he would have been through. But obviously didn't see him. Excuse me, sorry. Didn't see him there till it was too late. And ran right into him. Tony Stewart is your leader. And we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. And we're back here from Pocono. Getting ready to go green once again. We've got 4 lap cars on the inside. So things might get chaotic. The green flag is back out, and they are all over the place heading down into turn 1. Lap cars causing some issues here. But meanwhile, out in front, here comes Jeremy Mayfield looking at taking the lead from Jeff Gordon. Mayfield won twice last season, looking to find victory lane once again here this season. And oh boy, 3 wide in a tunnel turn, and they somehow make it out alive. I'll tell you, that could have ended very badly there. Jimmy Johnson among other cars that are trying to work their way back up through the field here. And look at this! Oh, this is going to get really tight. They somehow made it out alive. Not sure how, but they did. Jimmy Johnson all over the back bumper of Kyle Petty here. Now a couple cars bouncing off the outside wall back there. For the most part, single file up here, except for the battle for third. Tony Stewart has some heat from the 38 of Elliott Sattler and a couple other cars. There's Kevin Harvick, your pole sitter here today, as well as the 97 of Kurt Busch. They're going 3 wide in turn 1. And here comes Jamie McMurray underneath both of them, gonna try to take that spot. Everyone making it through cleanly so far. Stewart gets up into the outside wall, not too hard of a hit. Jeff Gordon. In control here today as he's out in front and trying to open up a gap, with Jeremy Mayfield not letting him get too far out ahead. A couple cars back here going side by side. Greg Biffle to the inside of Bobby Labonte. Towards the back, look at this mess back here. They sorted it out. Once again, looking at your battle for the lead. Elliott Sattler is now up into second place, running down Jeff Gordon. Imagine Sattler gets his first career win here today. His brother Hermie got a win last season, which was really unexpected to see Hermie Sattler win before Elliott, but that was the unpredictability of last season's equal ratings racing. '19 of Mayfield has fallen way back after being passed. As we hit 20 to go this time by. Look at them flying down the front stretch. Riding on board with Kevin Harvick this lap, as you see the battle for the lead heating up in front of him here. Elliott Sattler pulls to the inside of Jeff Gordon off of turn 3, but does not have the momentum to stay there. He's going to try to make the move heading into 1. No, he won't. He's going to pull back in line. Now here comes Harvick with a run. Harvick looking to the inside of 38. Car's bouncing off the wall back there. A little bit of debris went across the track, but looks like it's in the grass and out of the way now, so we should be fine. This is about that time where we have to take a quick break. This should be our last break of the day. We'll be right back. And we are back after the commercial break we should have taken laps and laps ago. Jeff Gordon, your race leader with 10 to go here. The 44 staying out of the way. Jimmy Johnson not really having a great day here today. Started off pretty well, but it's not anymore. Look at them snaking down the straightaway a little bit there, trying to break the draft. Jeff Gordon doing everything he can to hold on to this lead and win yet another race this season. Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson have dominated this season. But Johnson's won the majority of the races. Jeff Gordon has led a lot of laps here this season. But hasn't really, he's only come out on top in a couple of those. Look at Kurt Busch in second. Or Talladega winner. Kurt Busch. Back to the inside goes the 29 of Harvick. And we've got two separate packs here. Oh, and the yellow flag is out. So the caution has come out late in this race, and we're going to have to take a look at what it's for. Oh no, it's Jimmy Johnson once again. We were just talking about him. In the same situation. Michael Waltrip thought he was clear, tried to come up, and just wasn't. And about 3-4 cars getting damaged in that. Ryan Newman got a little bit of right side damage, but he's fine. Yeah, I noticed tire tracks on the racetrack, and I was like, kind of wondering where they came from. But I didn't see any smoke, so I thought I was just imagining things. I thought maybe it was from the first wreck. But no, that's what brought out the caution. So, gonna go ahead, take our little break, and now we're back, and Jeff Gordon, your race leader, Kurt Busch behind him. Things are about to get crazy here. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Jeff Gordon, way out ahead, but look at what's going on behind him. Even lap cars fanning out to the, or not lap cars, but damaged cars fanning out all the way to the inside, down the front straightaway. Cars are everywhere, heading into turn 1 here. 3 wide, further back, almost 4 wide, bouncing off of each other. Ryan Newman in the middle of that. Jimmy Johnson literally in the middle of that, as he goes shooting through in the middle of 3 wide here. And gonna try to make it work. Bouncing off of each other, contact being made. They're up into the outside wall. They're wrecking. Around goes Mike Bliss. And Bliss collects others. There goes John Andretti, Mark Martin, and Todd Bodine. Wrecking for last out here. Jeff Gordon, your race leader, at the yellow flag here. And that'll probably do it. I think that might end the race under caution. But let's go back now and take a look at what just happened here. I knew things would get crazy on this restart. Johnson up into the wall. He keeps it straight. That's a little bit more damage on that car, but he kept it straight for the most part. Mark Martin tried to get by there, ran into Ryan Newman, and around he went. Mike Bliss went around. John Andretti was about going down in the grass trying to get by there. Made contact with the 01 of Joe Nemechek, and that sent him right into the back of Mike Skinner, which sent him into the door of Ryan Newman. And then Todd Bodine spinning. Mark Martin. Lots of cars that already had damage involved in this wreck. So, yeah, things are going to end under caution here. And Jeff Gordon is going to win yet again this season. Looks like things are finally turning around for him. In a good way for Gordon, a bad way for Johnson, as that's his second straight finish outside of the top 10, or really outside the top 20. And Gordon gets the win here today. After a calm but chaotic race here at Pocono. And it's finally over. Jeff Gordon's your winner. So that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. Hope to see you guys next time. And until then, peace.